what is happening in the south of Israel. We have been getting you all the pictures from the capital, Tel Aviv, and this was a ground report from Jerusalem. But what is going on in the south of Israel? Let's try and get a sense of, try and make a sense of that as well. I'm currently joined by Guy Azriel. He's an I-24 News diplomatic correspondent. He is in southern Israel at the moment. Guy Israel, what is the current security situation from where you are reporting right now? Take us through all the latest details that you can give us at this moment.
Hi, Osama. Good evening. Thank you for having me. First, just to clarify, Jerusalem is the capital of the state of Israel. Tel Aviv is the big industrial financial city. You know, I live in the southern Israel. I've been reporting out of here for international media and for I-24 News for many years. For so many years, this area has been the hotspot of rockets coming into Israel from Gaza, about 7 kilometers from where I'm standing right now. Of course, after October 7th and after 20 months of war, the situation has changed dramatically. This area is no longer the main target of rockets and missiles, but Tel Aviv, of course, when the Iranian regime, the Ayatollah regime, is targeting mainly the main cities in Israel, namely Tel Aviv, Haifa, and other highly populated areas. Now, we saw that barrage of rockets, over 30 missiles, that were fired into Israel this morning from Iran, many of them intercepted, but at least 3 of them hit Israel. We've seen dozens of Israelis wounded and some serious damages as well. That was to be expected, of course, after the overnight strike of the Americans on the Iranian nuclear sites, namely in Fordow, Isfahan, and Natanz. Now, this is, of course, the latest in a series of strikes. Of course, Israel started these strikes on Friday, and this is going on after a war, as I said, of 20 months in which Iran has used all of its proxies in the region, namely Hamas, who started October 7th. The following day, October 8th, we saw a barrage of rockets from Hezbollah for many, many months until Israel managed to inflict major damage on that terror group and eventually leading to a political agreement that saw Hezbollah withdrawing from southern Lebanon, from Israel's borders. We saw constant rocket fire from the Houthis as well, threatening not just Israel, but also many ships in the Red Sea. And now this direct conflict between Israel and Iran, as the Islamic Republic is racing for a bomb. Both Israel and the US realized this was the time to stop the Iranian nuclear program. Israel was waiting anxiously to see whether the Americans will join in on that attack. Israel has done very well in eliminating much of the Iranian missile program and also their missile defenses. But when it comes to striking those heavily guarded nuclear sites, mainly in Fordow, which is located deep inside a mountain, heavier bombs were needed, those that only the Americans really possess, that can be used with their B-2 bombers, and that is what we saw last night. So a major damage inflicted on these nuclear sites. It is still not clear how far back did this push the Iranian nuclear program, but the situation from now on will depend on the Ayatollah regime, whether they will agree to a deal that would see an end to their nuclear program, or if they don't, we are expected to see more strikes from Israel and the US. Of course, the Iranian threat is not only on Israel, as we saw over the past 20 months, also on many of the American allies in the region, namely the Saudis, the UAE, Bahrain, and other in this region. Obviously, many of them were very happy to see perhaps the beginning of the end of the Iranian nuclear program.